Robert Thomas creeping through. Green flag. Oh, Robert Thomas around, a little slick. Down on the bottom. No problems. Last place to first. 74, Kevin Haslip out of Malakoff. Stood a little slick out there. They just got done watering it. They packed it down a little bit, but
yeah,
take a couple of laps.
I'd say it's a little slick.
A couple of laps. It'll be back to really racing. But no problems. Last to first, Kevin Haslip in that number 74. Second spot, the number 37, Mike Meeks. Jerry Cowart in that red 22J running in third. Fourth, the 25 of Trey Haslip. And if they keep going like this, Kevin Haslip going to catch that 22T very shortly. Only about a straightaway and a half in between first place and last place here in heat race number 1. But he's going off the track, drifting off high. Drifting up the racetrack. Oh! The 25 of Trey Haslip and the 22J of Jerry Cowart getting together a little bit. So still a little slick out there after pouring that water on it right before race time. Again, Kevin Haslip, your leader. There's Mike Meeks Jr. right there in the 37 running in second. Jerry Cowart hanging on to third with Trey Haslip, the 25 in fourth. And Robert Thomas in that 22T, he's now caught him for that fourth spot as the white flag comes out for the 74 of Kevin Haslip. Checkered flag, of course, out for the 74 of Kevin Haslip. Mike Meeks Jr. finishes in second spot. Jerry Cowart in the 22J winds up with third. Trey Haslip in the 25 fourth, and Robert Thomas rounding out the top 5 heat race number 1 for your USRA factory stocks. For the call of heat race number 2, Smokin' Joe.
Getting into turn 1 by himself is the 4 Carl McCarroll. The Texas Shoe has got his foot on the throttle. Here comes the 123 of Dustin Choate. Then you got the 23 of Don Jensen. Oh, looks like the Texas Shoe is just about to lose the lead. Can't hang on to it. Oh, and looks like, oh, there's 5 cars in this race and 2 of them just crashed. Oh, that's Shane Keene and the K13 and the 23 of Don Jensen get together. The Texas Shoe got a little bit high and did a little pushing on the 23, and it's so slick up there, it just went on around with Don Jensen. Dustin Thomas in the 17T there beside McCarroll. Oh, and McCarroll. Get sideways. Get it turned around. Come on, start it and go. He's trying. He's trying. He's got it. All right. Your leader with 2 laps down is the 123 of Dustin Choate. Shane King in that K13 up on the top side of the 17T of Dustin Thomas. Oh, Shane King getting a little bit too far sideways. Apparently it's still a little slick, and it's only going to go from wet slick to dry slick here a little bit later, so they better get used to it. 2 more laps for the 123 of Dustin Choate, the K13 of Shane King, the 17T of Dustin Thomas, and the 4 of the Texas Shoe, Jerry McCarroll. White flags out for the 123 of Choate. Checkered flags out for the 123 of Dustin Choate. Second place will go to the K13 of Shane King. And third will go to the 17T of Dustin Thomas. And fourth will go to the appropriately numbered number 4 of the Texas Shoe, Jerry McCarroll. And now I'm going to turn it back over to the fast Greek to my left, Pete Horonas. Car is for sale, Pete.
Oh, 77 car for sale. Hey, here we go.
We got to buy a motor for the 52.
If you want to be in a race, go down and put some money down on that 77. You can get in a race. Here we go. Green flag out. Jeff Jones down to the inside. Oster on the outside. Drag race down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Oster on the outside. Once again, Jeff Jones down on the inside. Tom Lorenz right there, stalking him in third. Tommy McKinley in the 71M fourth, and Joseph Casper in the 77, rounding out the top 5. Casper getting a little sideways, going around. He's still on the throttle. We stay green. Do a little 360. Little pirouette up there in turn 2. Jeff Jones out in front. Oster gets a little wide. Tom Lorenz right there in the 84, and you might notice that the 84, it'll have a passenger in that passenger seat. Putting pressure on Oster for that no passenger tonight. As I saw Steve Lorenz over there in the pit area. He usually rides with his brother Tom in that number 84, but now it's side by side for that second spot down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Lorenz on the outside. He's got it for the moment. Oster coming back on the inside. Once again, side by side, coming off turn number 4. 2 laps to go. 2 laps to go here in the third and final heat race for the factory stocks. Oh, Oster going around. We stay green. Everybody's still on the gas. Now Lorenz up to second. Jeff Jones out in front. White flag in the air for Jeff Jones in the 6M. Checkered flag off turn number 4 for the 6M of Jeff Jones. Second spot, the 84 of Tom Lorenz. Third, the 71M. That's going to be Tommy McKinley. Jeff Oster in that number 12 finishing in 4th, and Joseph Casper rounding out the top 5 here in your third and final heat race for your USRA factory stocks.
Goswick was your feature winner last week here. Pete's got that young man's memory. He remembers all that. I can't remember nothing. And we're not going to get a green on that one because Frank Holsinger took off by himself. You got to wait a little while on the 99D of Franklin. Yellow, guys, yellow. Ho, slow down. Yellow means whoa. They don't, West does not want them to start until they get right there. Right where you just saw them, right where you're looking at that yellow light. That's where he wants them to start at, somewhere in between there and that tire previously, I think. All right, we're going to try it again. Holsinger and Franklin's your front row. Holsinger on the inside, Franklin on the outside. It's green flag. It's time to go racing. Into turn one. Let's see if they can make it through without anybody spinning out or running off. And nope. Stephen Morris, he got to the top side. Out front is the 99D. And look at the 67W of Goswick. That White Horse Tuning is doing some tuning on that thing. Out front it's the 99D of Darrell Franklin. Second to the 56 of Stephen Ashcraft. Oh, Franklin, your leader just spun out. That takes Ashcraft to the lead. The 67W of Matt Goswick in second. The 27 of Frank Holsinger in third. The 48 of Stephen Murrow in fourth. 7X of Stephen Morris in fifth. And here comes Franklin. After that little spin, he's already trying to catch back up. Meanwhile, out front is the 56 of Ashcraft. You got last week's feature winner, that 67W of Goswick, right on his rear bumper. It's about to be a race up front. Third place being held by the 27 of Holsinger. Looks like Stephen Morris had another problem turn around. He says, I'm just going to pull off. Got to fix this. 3 laps down, they'll be looking at 2 laps to go this time around when they come. Looks like Ashcraft has stretched his lead out to a little bit more over the 67W of Goswick. Going down the back straightaway, they'll be coming off of turn 4. Looking at that white flag, should be the 56 of Ashcraft. The 67 of Goswick, the 27 of Holsinger, and the 99D of Darrell Franklin. Oh, where's that guy going? Holy cow. I think he's got a problem. That's Darrell Franklin, the 99, checker flag out for the 56, Stephen Ashcraft, second going to the 67W of Goswick, third to the 27 of Holsinger. Let's see if fourth is going to go to the 48 of Stephen Murrow. And then bringing up the rear, it's the ill-handling number 99D of Darrell Franklin. All right, second heat in the Everclear Auto Glass USRA Limited Modifieds. I'm going to hand it over to Pete, the Fast Greek Hronis.
Looking for that side-by-side start coming off turn number 4. Everything looking pretty good, pretty good. Green flag in there. Three wide down the front straightaway. Chase Raymond taking a peek to the inside of the 34 of Russ Houck the second. Chase Raymond now to the outside for the lead, coming off turn number 4. New leader as they go down the front straightaway. Houck goes to second. Your point leader, Luttrell, in third. Jeff McGibney in fourth in the number 19. Now Brandon Williams up to fourth in that number 5. Swapping that 4 spot back and forth. McGibney now up to fourth once again, going into turn number 3. Luttrell giving the 34 a little shove. between turns 3 and 4. Luttrell going to go to the outside. Nothing doing so far for your point leader. Things tightening up for that second spot. Here's a number 5. Brandon Williams getting his nose in there on the bottom side. Let's see what he can do with the 11 of Luttrell and the 34 of Houck. White flag in the air for the number 1, Chase Raymond, who's checked out on the rest of these. Oh, watch out, the 34 goes around, catches the number 11, but we stay green as the 34 still under power. Luttrell up to second, checkered flag out for the number 1 of Chase Raymond. Luttrell going to have some body work to work on, but finishes in second spot with Brandon Williams in the 5 finishing in third and Jeff McGibney in fourth. And Russ Houck, after spinning over there in turn number 2, finishes in the 5th spot here in heat race number 2.
All right, Kirkendall and Reed, your front row, they can go from right there. Kirkendall stomping on it in that 33 car. Kenneth Reed in the 36 pulling in. Remember, that turn's a little slick down there, folks. Up, Kenneth Reed on the inside. He's got a bite on the outside. It's the 15 of Graham. Man, they are darting all over the place. Here comes the 25C of Cody Smith out front. It's the 15 of Josh Graham. Then you got the 33 of Kirkendall, the 25C of Smith, the 36 of Reed, and the 17 of Content. Josh Graham still holding on to that lead. There's a hard charging 25 of Cody Smith and the 33 of Kirkendall. Looks like Kirkendall lost a little bite right there. Smith is still hanging on to the rear bumper of the 15 of Josh Graham. Josh Graham pushing a little high. You don't want to give Cody Smith that opening because he will stick his nose in there like he just did. Little problem hanging on there. See what we're going to get coming off of turn 2. Neck and neck down the back straightaway. Smith in hard. Graham right there. Your new leader with 2 laps to go, the 25C of Cody Smith. Down the back straightaway into turn 3. It's Smith, Graham, Kirkendall, Reed, and Content. White flags out for Cody Smith and the 25C. They'll be making their last trip down the back straightaway. Coming out of turn 4. Checkered flag for the 25C of Cody Smith. Second going to the 15 of Josh Graham. Third to the 33 of Kirkendall. Fourth to the 36 of Reed. And fifth to the 17 of Content. And kids, if you would please move back away from the fence. Children, please move back away from the fence. During the races, we like to keep you away from there because stuff happens. And that's not what the bumper sticker says, but I can't say that up here. So stuff does happen.
Green flag. Dylan Glass in that 27H leads it. Johnny Philpott Jr. in that number 12 runs in second. Gary Brooks in the 21 running in third. Problems for the 21 off the track over here in between 1 and 2. Side by side for the lead down the front straightaway. Philpott trying to wrestle it away from Dylan Glass. Philpott down to the inside, down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Glass on the outside, Philpott on the inside. Both of them on the throttle. New leader coming off turn number 4. Johnny Philpott Jr. Sponsored by Mr. K's Appliances. Out in front. White flag in the air for the 12 of Johnny Philpott Jr. Dylan Glass falling back in second as Gary Brooks continues to run in third. Checkered flag, your winner, Johnny Philpott Jr. Second spot, Dylan Glass. And Gary Brooks rolling slowly down the back straightaway exits the Speedway. So that's the way they finish up in your White Horse Tuning and Dyno USRA Modified Heat Race.
All right, here we go. Holy cow, that was way too slow. I guarantee you the guys in the back were going, come on, guys. Out front right now, it's the 17 of Etzelmiller. Martin Edwards in the 45 on the top, taking over that second position. Then you got the 10G of Marcus Thomas, the 3Z of Wyatt Howard. Taylor Courtney taking over that fourth position from the 3Z. Stubblefield is moving on the high side in that 3 car. He's moved up to 5th place already out front of the 17 of Etzelmiller. Looking at Martin Edwards in the 45 car, moving on the inside of the 10G of Marcus Thomas. Edwards to the second position. Edwards moving down on the inside. He's going to hold on to that inside, see if he can pull off coming off a 2. That's the way you do it, down the back straightaway. He's still trying to pull into that 17. Oh, Etzelmiller getting high. That opens the door for the 45 of Martin Edwards. On the top side, it's the 17 of Edwards and the 45 of, the 17 of Etzelmiller, the 45 of Edwards, the 10G of Marcus Thomas, the 2 of Kobe Stubblefield, and the 15 of Taylor Courtney, your top 5. Etzelmiller goes high, Edwards goes low. Marcus Thomas sticks with Edwards on the bottom side, but out front, by about 5 to 8 car length lead is the 17 of Etzelmiller. They'll be looking at the 2 laps to go this time. 2 laps to go. The 17 of Etzelmiller, then the 45 of Edwards, the 10G of Thomas, the 2 of Stubblefield, the 15 of Courtney, the 4R of Henderson, the 3Z of Wyatt Howard, and the 18D of Devin DeBrick. White flag out for the 17 of Etzelmiller. Looks like Marcus Thomas has already passed the 45 of Edwards while I was looking at my sheet, and he's moved into the lead. Checkered flag will come out for the car coming off for turn 4 first. The 10G of Marcus Thomas, second to the 17 of Etzelmiller, third to the 45 of Edwards, and fourth to the 2 car of Stubblefield. Fifth, it's the 15 of Courtney. And you bring up the 4R of Henderson, the 3Z of Howard, and the 18D of DeBrick. And that finishes up the first heat. Second heat will be coming to you courtesy of Pete, the Fast Greek Horonas.
Green flag. Diving into turn number 1. McMacken, first one off turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Justin Zimmerman And then, the number 4 car, Hunter blocks him. Got my number screwed up. On the outside, new leader down the back straightaway. Hunter blocks him in the 4B, goes to the point. McMacken fighting hard back. Get away from the fence. Get back away from the fence. Get away from the fence. Whoa, watch out. And that's why we want you to move away from the fence. Caution on the speedway. Caution on the speedway. Hunter blocks him. On the front row, in first spot. Steve McMacken in second. Tucker Dowdy in the 2X in third. Taking a look at the Blaine's Motor Supply leaderboard. The 2X of Tucker Dowdy trying to pick up that second spot side by side down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Tucker Dowdy jumps up to second. The 4B of Hunter blocks him out in front. Here comes the number 4, last week's feature winner, Austin Mundy, and your point leader here at Devil's Bowl Speedway, up to third. Hunter blocks him, continues to run that high line down here in turns 1 and 2, trying to put the slide job on Austin Mundy. Crossover by the 2X Tucker Dowdy, still hangs on to the second spot. Get a little racy down here in turn number 1 and 2. Blocks him, continues to lead. Now all three, your top 3 taking the top side. Over here in turns number 1 and 2, and man, let me tell you, this track's getting racy. All the way around Devil's Bowl Speedway with 2 laps to go here in heat race number 2. Blocks him, continues to lead, but Tucker Dowdy cutting into that lead as they go down the back straightaway. Austin Mundy trying to make up some ground on the top 2. Here's Tucker diving down to the bottom, white flag out. Tucker trying to put the slide job on. Hunter blocks him, nothing doing. Still hangs on to the second spot. Checkered flag. Your winner, the 4B of Hunter blocks him. Second spot going to the 2X of Tucker Dowdy. Third, the number 4 of Austin Mundy. Fourth, the 41M of Steve McMacken. And rounding out the top 5, the V8 of Robert Vetter. That's the way they finish up heat race number 2 for your sprint cars. With a call of heat race number 3, here's Smoking Joe.
And when they get to that next tire, it's green go time. Green flag's out. Jaden Brown dives into turn 1 first. It's a slick one though, watch him out. Holt on the outside, the 17 and the 15P. Top side, it's Holt. Bottom side, it's Brown. They cross the line, dead heat. Looks like Jaden Brown's transponder went by a little bit quicker, but out front now, it's the 15P, 16P of Matthew Holt. It's Holt, Brown, Hannah, Nestrick, and Oliver. Hannah on the outside of the 00 of Jaden Brown. Matthew Holt getting way sideways up on the top side there. It's getting crazy out front. 3 laps down. It's Holt, Hannah, Brown, Nestrick, Oliver, Lovett, King, and Henderson. Oh, looks like the 77 car. Wait a minute, no, that's not the 77. It's a red car and I can't tell what it is. Out front, it's the 16P of Matthew Holt. Then Hannah. Joshua Hanna in second, Brown in third, Nestrick in fourth, Oliver in fifth. And I believe that's Lovett in sixth. Henderson getting lapped right now. White flag's out for the 16P of Holt, the 82 of Hanna, the 00 of Jaden Brown, and the 4 of Nestrick. Still your top four. Checkered flag coming out for the 16P of Holt, second to the 82 of Hanna, third to the 00 of Brown, fourth to the 4X of Nestrick, fifth to the 10 of Michael Oliver. And you got Todd Lovett and Nathan Henderson bringing up the rear. And I couldn't see what that red car was that pulled off over.
Looking for that side-by-side start off turn number 4. They've passed into the starting area. Green flag out. Green flag waving here on the USRA factory stock feature. Dustin Thomas down on the inside. Jeff Jones on the outside. Jones with the advantage coming off turn number 4 down the front straightaway. He'll lead lap number 1. Jeff Jones out in front. That 6M keeps it pinned down to the bottom side of the racetrack coming off turn number 4. Dustin Thomas in the 17T running in second. Jeff Oster in the 22J. Jeff Oster in the 12 running in third. The K13 of Shane King in fourth. Mike Meeks Jr. rounding out the top 5. Oster not done. Taking a peek to the outside, jumps up to second. Oster now running in second. Dustin Thomas going the wrong way in third. Shane King in the K13 runs in fourth. With your heat race winner, Kevin Haslip rounding out the top 5, takes a peek to the inside of the K13. Picks up that 4th spot coming off turn number 4. Jeff Jones continues to lead. But on the move is that 74 of Kevin Haslett up to 4th. Now tapping on the back bumper all the way to the inside of the 17T. Now up to 3rd, and then number 74. Kevin Haslett up to 3rd. Oster continues to run in second as Jeff Jones in the 6M continues to lead. Oh, Oster with a problem. Jeff Jones has led them all in that 6M. But business is about to pick up for that lead spot. As Kevin Haslip in that number 74 up to second. And Dustin Thomas in that 17T hanging on to 3rd. Green flag back out. Jones keeps it pinned on the bottom. As we got a couple of them together, the 22T and the 25. Over here in turn number 1, we stay green. Making a move to the outside, the 84 of Tom Lorenz trying to pick up that 3rd spot. The 17 goes around. Caution on the Speedway, caution on the Speedway. Back on the gas. Haslett giving the 6M to Jeff Jones. A little shove down into turn number 1. Gets off that back bumper. Here comes Tom Lorenz trying to pick up that second spot as they come off turn number 2 down the back straightaway. So the 25 of Trey Haslett. Going to need a hook on the 25. Underway in the USRA factory stock feature. Problems for the 22J going to the back of the field. Jerry Cowart in that 22J. As once again a race for the lead down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Jeff Jones in the 6M keeps it pinned on the bottom. He's led every lap. Second spot, the 74 car of Kevin Haslett. Now up to third, Mike Meeks. Then that number 37. Here comes the 23, Don Jensen. He's your point leader. Up to fourth. Wanting to get a little bit more, maybe 2 for 1 on this lap. Beating on that door, the number 37, Don Jensen in the 23. Up to third, Mike Meeks Jr. in fourth. Here comes the 84 car of Tom Lorenz. Up to fourth. Radioing down to the K13 to pull off. As Lorenz taking a peek to the inside of the 23. Oh, watch out! Hard into the wall, the 23. Caution on the Speedway. Kevin Haslett gave him a push down the front straightaway last time. Tom Lorenz right there in the 84. The 37 of Mike Meeks. The 71 of Tommy McKinley. Green flag out. Uh-oh, the 6M may have gone up the racetrack a little too far. Nope, he gets it pinned down, back down to the bottom. Problems at the back of the field for the 17T and the 123, but we stay green. Problems for the 123, Dustin Choate. He takes it to the pit area. White flag in the air. One more time around Devil's Bowl Speedway for the 6M of Jeff Jones. Kevin Haslett right there running in second spot. Tom Lorenz in the 84 runs in third, with Mike Meeks in fourth. Checker flag. Your winner, the 6M, Jeff Jones. Second spot, the 74, Kevin Haslett. Third, the 84 car of Tom Lorenz. Fourth, Mike Meeks in the number 37. And rounding out the top 5 is the 71M of Tommy McKinley. That's the way they finish up unofficially in your factory stock feature tonight here at Devil's Bowl Speedway. Here he is, race fans, coming off turn number 4. Give him a hand, the 6M, Jeff Jones. Creeping through 3, now turn number 4. Here we go. No start. Caution will be coming back out. Lights out. Let's do this again. Much better. Oh, things are going to get dicey over here in turn number 1. We have a couple of them going around. Looks like the 5 car of Brandon Williams The 5 car, Brandon. Oh, that new body's broke in now, Joe, on the 5 car. And then the 34, Russ Hauk, the second out of Ovilla. Looking good, looking good. Let's get this one underway. Let's go. Green. Track slicks. Everybody's getting sideways. Oh, piling them out. Another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cars involved in this one. Green flag. Four wide for a second. Still 3 wide. Goswick on the outside making a move. The 25C down to the inside. Oh, we're going to get a lap. Let's see. Caution on the Speedway. Caution on the Speedway. All right, here we go. Trying to get this race started. Can we do it? All right, Devil's Bowl Speedway. Give him a hand coming off turn number 4. Let's get this race going. Let's get some laps in. All right. Green flag. The 25C going around. Let's see if he gets it fired back up. Sits parked at the bottom of turn number 1. Caution on the Speedway. Caution on the Speedway. Cody Smith in that 25C. All right, here we go. Devil's Bowl Speedway. Creeping through 3 now into turn number 4. There you go. Green flag. McGibney down to the bottom. 3 wide coming off turn number 2. Pepper Kirkendall. 4 wide, 5 wide off turn number 4. Whoa! Ashcraft goes around. Stopped here. He's trying to get it fired back up. Caution. Caution. Caution for the 56 of Stephen Ashcraft. Underway once again. Woo! Goswick in that number 67 goes to the top side of the racetrack. Kirkendall in that number 33 down on the bottom side. Drag race down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Matt Goswick trying to make it 2 in a row here at Devil's Bowl Speedway. Powering on the outside. Jeff McGibney right there in 3rd, and then number 19 is Pepper Kirkendall in number 33 continues to lead. Kirkendall keeps it pinned down on the bottom side of the racetrack. Matt Goswick trying to get that top side to come in. There's Jeff McGibney now. Takes a peek at that second spot, falls back into 3rd. Chase Raymond in that number 1 and 4th. And the number 5 of Brandon Williams rounding out the top 5 as they come off turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Kirkendall continues to lead. Goswick continues to run in 2nd. Side by side for the lead over here on 3 and 4. Kirkendall taking the short way around the racetrack down on the bottom. Goswick taking the long way around on the top. 2-groove racetrack. Here the USRA limited modified feature. Goswick comes down a little bit more, trying to get a little bit more bite through the center of the racetrack. But Kirkendall continues to hold off that charge down the back straightaway. Goswick dives inside. McGivney's got a great view for the race for first and second. Brandon Williams now in fourth. The 25C and Joe Content getting together over here off turn number 2. So Kirkendall, the leader, got a little too close to the wall, and he's nosed into the front straightaway. All right, lights out. Goswick down with the lead in that number 67. Jeff McGivney in that number 19 running in second. The number 1 and Chase Raymond in third. Exactly. Of course, Chase Raymond involved in an incident right here on the front straightaway. Thought it towed out a little bit too far, but he's up to second and looking for more. Here comes the 25C. Of Cody Smith. Running in fourth. Tries to split him over here. Up to second. Chase Raymond goes to third. McGivney goes to fourth. Brandon Williams in the number 5 in fifth. Chase Raymond off the track over here in turn number 1 and 2. Caution on the Speedway, caution. Next caution, we're gonna checker it. We're giving them 20 minutes to get this race in. We actually started it about 32 minutes ago, but it took us a while to get that first one in. So if another caution comes out, or we go till the end. Here we go. Matt Goswick leads him. Here comes the 25C. Cody Smith down to the inside. Side by side for that lead. Oh, tight racing coming off turn number 4. Smith, your new leader, as they go down the front straightaway. Cody Smith out in front. Matt Goswick in second. Jeff McGivney hangs on to third. Here comes Eric Luttrell to the outside trying to pick up that third spot as they go down the back straightaway. Off turn number 4, down the front straightaway. There he is, Cody Smith in the 25C, your leader. Matt Goswick trying to reel him in that number 67. McGivney continues to hang on to the third spot with Eric Luttrell losing a little bit of ground on that top side. He jumps the cushion. Brandon Williams now up to 4th. Joe Content rounded out the top 5 in that number 17. But Cody Smith out in front, the 25C. You got to remember, he went around earlier in the race as well. So he went to the back, and now he's all the way at the front. Cody Smith. 2 laps to go. 2 laps to go in the 25C. Up in smoke. Oh, huge fire on the 27. Wow, huge fire. Frank Hoslinger. You can see that moisture. You can see that oil that's on the track.
Yep.
All right. That's it. That does it. Your winner, the 25C, Cody Smith. Second spot going to the 67W of Matt Goswick. Third, the 19 of Jeff McGibney. Fourth, the 5 of Brandon Williams. And rounding out the top 5, the 17 of Joe Content.
All right, Dylan Glass. Out front, Philpott, then Brooks. They don't care if there's only 3 of them out there. They're going to race as hard as they can. Oh, Philpott and Glass side by side. The race on the track. The only race on the track. Into turn 3, and they're side by side. Neither one of them wants to give up. Philpott's on the inside. He had the better line, so he goes out front. It's Philpott, Glass, and Brooks in that order. Brooks having a little handling problem there. Meanwhile, Philpott and then Mr. K's special out front. As an announcer, I'm supposed to make this exciting for you, but I'm having trouble doing that. But Philpott is out front. And then you got Glass, who nearly hit the tire down there. Don't hit the tire, Dylan. There's only 3 of them. All right, Philpott's going. We got 4 in. They're spreading out now. It's Philpott across the line. And it's Glass. And then bringing up the rear, it'll be Gary Brooks in the 21 car. Looks like we're getting the halfway this time. Hopefully, all 3 cars will finish this race. Well, now we could pull a page from the SRX, that new racing series playbook. He's getting spread out. We could just call a yellow and put them all back together again, so we might get a race. Yeah. Well. It's still Philpott out front. When he comes by this time, it'll be 2 laps to go. Two to go. West giving them the signal. Next time Philpott comes around, he'll be looking at the white flag. That's a white flag for the 12 of Philpott. And checkered will be coming out for the 12 car of Johnny Philpott. Dylan Glass will be second. Gary Brooks will be third. And now just a word from LR, Lanny Ross Edwards. He wants to thank you all for watching these 3 cars. He's sorry that more didn't show up, but he's still paying these guys to race. Even though there's only a few of them, the purse was diminished slightly, but not a whole lot. So we're going to pay the guys that keep continuing to show up at our racetrack. Now, moving out onto the Speedway is going to be the IMCA Race Saver Sprints. You can't pay for 2 rear tires running at the back. Green flag's out. McMacken in there. Edwards has moved up to second. Leading the first lap, it'll be the 41 of Steve McMacken. Then you got Edwards. Then you got Tucker Dowdy, Jaden Brown. Oh, man. They are everywhere. All right, it's a change, lead change right now. 45 of Edwards out front. It's Edwards, McMacken, Dowdy, Thomas, Stubblefield, Etzelmiller, Brown, Monday, Holt, Nestrick. Your leader still out front, the 45 of Martin Edwards, but it's a battle back here for about 5th, 6th on back. The 4B of Hunter Bloxham pulling off the Speedway. The 45 of Edwards already catching lap cars. Edwards, your leader, Tucker Dowdy in second in that 2X. And you got McMacken, Thomas, Monday, Stubblefield, Brown, Etzelmiller. Oh, Tucker Dowdy just took a dive inside 3Z. He is on a charge to catch the 45 of Edwards. Oh, looks like the 3Z is going to spin out. And he's going to get it off, and oh, man. Oh. And you can't hit the cone. You got to go between the cone and the outside wall in the place that you're supposed to start in. No passing until you get past that cone. Anybody that touches it, anybody does anything that has to do with that cone, they go into the back. And the green's out, and it's been crazy on the cone. Oh, no. 1 and 2, we got the 10G of Marcus Thomas. Looks like the 2X of Tucker Dowdy, who was in second place. And I'm trying to see what the car number is on that third one. Yeah, it's the 2X, the 2 of Kobe Stubblefield, and the 10G of Marcus Thomas. Those 3 cars will have to restart on the back. Looks like we got 6 laps. How many laps down we got, judges? 6 laps down. The scoreboard is correct. And they still playing the cone game. Everybody got to stay inside until they get past the cone. Martin Edwards out front. And you got McMacken and Monday. Monday on the top side. Monday's going to try and take over that. He is going to take over that second spot. All right, on the top side, it's Edwards. On the bottom, it's Monday. Matthew Holt getting way high off of turn 2. Out front right now, it's a 45 of Edwards, and you got the 4 car of Austin Monday, the 41 of McMacken. Monday on the inside. Looks like the 2 car of Stubblefield is pulled off the speedway. The 2 car of Stubblefield is off. Austin Mundy in that 4 car is pulling up. Look like we got a yellow because of a car up here on the top. Looks to be car number 18D. That would be, let me see. That's the DeBrick, Devin DeBrick out of Midlothian in the 18D car. Well, it looks like we've lost 3 cars. Green's out. Edwards is on the throttle. Man, I tell you, some of them guys are pushing their luck on that cone down there. Vetter moving underneath the 41 of McMacken to take over that 3rd position. Out front, it's the 45 of Edwards. Austin Mundy in that 4 car up on the top side. Edwards moved to the bottom. McMacken on the bottom is moving ahead of the V8 of Vetter. Coming out of turn 4, your leader, the 45 of Martin Edwards, halfway through. All right, your leader coming back around for the 12th lap. Austin Mundy trying to make something happen on the bottom. Can't seem to gain any space on the 45 of Martin Edwards. They are getting through the lap cars now, and they are getting into a bunch of them. Lots of lap cars going on. It will cause some problems. Keep your eyes on the leader, the 45 of Edwards, the 4 of Austin Mundy, running into lap traffic. Could be a problem here. See what's going on. And your leader just getting past. They are weaving their way through lap traffic. Martin Edwards able to get a bite. Coming out of turn 2, pulled about a 15 car length lead over the 4 car of Austin Mundy. Austin Mundy fighting everything he can to get some speed. With 17 laps down, it's the 45 of Edwards still in the lead. Then you got the 4 of Austin Mundy, the 1 number of Justin Zimmerman, the 41 of McMacken, the 10G of Marcus Thomas, the 15 of Courtney, and the V8 of Vetter fighting for that position. And it's getting a little tight up there in front in the 45 and the 4 car. Austin Mundy pulling up. Just got a couple of laps left to go. 2 laps left to try and catch the 45 of Martin Edwards. Oh, lap car playing heck. White flag out for the 45 of Edwards. 1 more lap for Martin Edwards, and he's got to pull away at this point. Looking out, turn 4, coming up on the backside of a lap car. That's Edsel Miller. Checkered flag for the 45 of Martin Edwards. 2nd to the 4 car of Austin Mundy. 3rd to the 1 of Justin Zimmerman, and 4th to the 10G of Marcus Thomas. And folks, what a feature. Give them guys a hand. That was one heck of a race.
We're with our White Horse Tuning and Dyno USRA Modified Feature winner tonight here at Devil's Bowl Speedway. Driver the number 12, Johnny Philpott Jr. brings it home in the top slot. Well, still a great race. You had to work for it. You had to get by that 27H for the win tonight.
Yeah, I mean, it's just what it is. They had that big race tonight, and the cars didn't show up. But they always say I wasn't here last week because I was on vacation. So I was like, well, I'm
vacation.
Yeah.
During racing season?
Yeah, I was hoping for another rain out. We had so many in a row. I was like, just one more is all I need, So, no, the track's been good. I mean, it's been a couple of years. Kind of been struggling a little bit. Got too much going on in life. I don't put enough time in the race car all the time. So.
Well, it sounds like you went on vacation during racing season. That's.
Yeah, it worked out. I had to get back and work on the car. Actually, do some stuff to it this week, so it worked out.
Well, who are the sponsors who brought you to Victory Lane tonight?
My dad at Mr. K's Appliances, and then Gerald. We keep it at his shop, and he does a lot of the maintenance with us. And then really about it. Mars makes a good, fast modified. It's been a while. Mullins Racing Engine makes a good engine. That's about it.
That's Johnny Philpott Jr., your White Horse Tuning and Dyno USRA Modified Feature winner tonight here at Devil's Bowl. We're with the winner of the Everclear Auto Glass USRA Limited Modified Feature winner tonight here at Devil's Bowl Speedway. Cody Smith in the 25C brings it home in the top spot, but man, did he have to work for it. I'm going to say about halfway through the feature, you did a little 360 action down here in turn 1 and 2 and had to go to the back.
I was hoping everybody didn't see that, but yeah, I spun it out on my own. Lost talent there. I was trying to go up above. There was a little tacky spot. I was trying to go above it and cut across, and it sure didn't work out. It was pretty embarrassing. I was about ready to pull off at that point.
Well, you did, and you went to the back, and then you came all the way back to the front.
Yeah, I kind of just searched around, just trying to go where they weren't, and got into it with a couple cars here and there, but that's the way it goes sometimes. And I was lucky to even get up there to win. That was crazy.
It seemed like it took a little while to get the feature going, probably about 6 or 7 starts. Does that frustrate you as a driver, not just even getting the race going?
Not really. I mean, you'd like to get it going and have a good race and everything, but the track is a little bit different than it normally is. It had it dried off a little bit quicker, and then it was wet on the bottom, so it went from really wet or really dry. So it was kind of hard. So. People that didn't have a whole lot of experience, and people that do have experience that do, spin out every now and then. So, but it was a fun track, and we were able to race on it and went to the back and came to the front. So I'm glad.
And who are the sponsors who brought you to Victory Lane?
Honeycutt Sand and Gravel, Platinum Collision, Able Truck Sales, that Bullets Racing Engine. That thing is bad. Got plenty of power, and. I'd like to thank Robert and Shar Clark for letting me drive this car, and thanks for everybody that comes out and helps me. My dad comes out here, Blaine, my wife, Amanda, and thanks for their support. Brandon comes and helps me out, and that's about it.
That's Cody Smith, your Everclear Auto Glass USRA Limited Modified Feature winner tonight here at Devil's Bowl. We're in Victory Lane with our USRA Factory Stock Feature winner tonight here at Devil's Bowl Speedway. Driver the 6M, Jeff Jones, brings it home in the top slot. He led all the laps. Little different color paint scheme this year compared to your teammate, but you lead all the laps tonight, bringing home in the top spot.
Yes, sir. New car this year, so we've been having the blues a little bit, but I think we got her worked out. So we'll see what we got going moving forward.
Well, it seemed like, could you feel the pressure back there from some of your competition trying to get there?
Man, I'd feel him on the restart, and I could have run the car a lot harder, but, there's no need in it. It was slick down there, so I knew getting in, I could get in, and at one point when I had the lead there, when the caution come out like lap 7, we were straight away ahead, and I said, well, we just keep the pace up. I'd feel him push me, and then I'd kind of check it down out of 2, and I never seen him, so. There at the end, I was getting worried. It seemed like every lap we had a caution. So I was like, golly, I'm going to run in here and push, or car's going to die or something. We've had gremlins all year, but we got lucky tonight.
Well, I think it went green, white, checker at the very end.
Yeah, we went green, white, checker. We had 3 cautions in a row and then finally got green, white, checker. So that was a little bit of a relief when the white flag came out. I was like, thank goodness we might actually get this done.
And who are the sponsors who brought you to Victory Lane tonight?
First and foremost, McKinley Farms. None of this would be possible without Tommy and Shelly. They provide, everything for this race car. Robert and Gladys Honeycutt Sand and Gravel, huge supporters of our program. Daryl and Ian Kennedy Racing Engines. Just top-notch motors. week in, week out. RH Cattle Company, Tommy's Tow, and Anderson Roofing. The guys at the shop, Zach and Caden, man, I couldn't do it without all them.
Well, congratulations on your win tonight.
Thank you, sir.
That's Jeff Jones, your USRA Factory Stock Feature winner tonight here at Devil's Bowl. We're in victory lane with our IMCA 305 Race Saver Sprint Car Feature winner tonight here at Devil's Bowl. Speedway driver, the number 45, Martin Edwards, brings it home in the top spot tonight here at Devil's Bowl Speedway. And to say you've kind of had a rough week would be a little bit of understatement. We can rewind it back to the last Saturday night when you were kind of taking a little tumble down the front straightaway. But then some things happened this week as well.
Yeah, last Saturday didn't end up very well, and we've since the 305 Nationals, it's been quite the roller coaster. And then, yeah, Thursday pickup gets stole. Police find it Friday morning, I guess, and go to pull the guy over, and he takes off. And now it's totaled, and he got away, and they don't have enough to charge him with yet. So waiting on fingerprints, I guess, or something. I don't know.
Well, you got the fingerprints all over this one. You ran a great race tonight, and it's got to make up for kind of everything that's happened over the past week.
Yeah, a little bit. It at least makes you feel better about
that big smile.
Yeah, it was. We worked all Monday, which is normally our maintenance day, where we get the car ready, and we worked all Monday on getting the old one tore down, and then I worked all day Friday, or I guess yesterday, to midnight getting this one put back together and ready to go. And then Zach and them, between work and everything, they couldn't make it out, and then they got here today, and they're the ones that made the thing go fast. I just put the thing together. They're the ones that tune on it and make her actually go around the racetrack, and I just got to hold it and hope we don't get wiped out.
Well, tonight, I mean, you had to feel a little bit of pressure back there, but you had to. I mean, you earned this one. You had to work some lap traffic. You kind of had to do a little bit of everything tonight on this one.
Yeah, on that first caution when I knew Tucker and Marcus were there, I like, okay, this is going to be a dogfight. And then on the restart, I guess they got together or something happened there, and I was like, okay, we got some breathing room. And then Austin rolls up next to me, and I'm like, okay, so he's close, and he's been on a roll. So I just kind of tried to keep my eyes and ears open for where he was running, and just tried to make good decisions. We missed the bottom at 1 and 2 with 2 to go, and I thought to myself, well, there goes that one, and luckily we were able to get going and hold on after that. But the car really was a dream to drive. Zach and them tried a few. They didn't go way off the wall from where we've been, but they made a few changes tonight that really got the thing off of the corners a lot better and straighter. And like I said, I just tried to pick my way through lap traffic best I could without making too many mistakes. There's quite a few of them that didn't really know where they were wanting to go into the corner. So we made our way through them, and here we are.
Congratulations on your win here tonight. And who are some of the sponsors? I know you want to mention some of them on your win here tonight.
Yeah, Grandma with the family and other grandparents. And like I said, Zach and Adam, they're the biggest ones. And then Tom with Smiley's and Hoosier Southwest, CSI Shocks, Allard Racing Engines. We had a little issue with the motor a couple weeks ago, got it down there and got it fixed. And there's a whole bunch of them. Oil Medics, my sister with some photography stuff, Kaiser Wheels. Hopefully they can get their stuff build back up and going again. That's going to be rough on them. Engler Machine and Tool, Schoenfeld Headers, Graham's Wrecker Service. They actually went and picked my truck up yesterday and brought it back to me from the impound lot. So, yeah, there's my wife for putting up with all this and then working on the weekends and everything. So, yeah, a lot of people behind this still, and I'm just the lucky one that gets to put it in victory lane, or the unlucky one that gets to take the rides when we crash.
Well, congratulations on the win. It was fun to watch tonight.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
That's Martin Edwards, your IMCA 305 Race Saver Sprint Car feature winner tonight here at Devil's Bowl. That does it for a great night of racing here at Devil's Bowl Speedway. Bringing it home in the top spot in the White Horse Tuning and Dyno USRA Modifieds, it was Johnny Philpott Jr. In the IMCA 305 Race Saver Sprint Cars, the number 45 of Martin Edwards brings it home in the top slot. In your USRA factory stocks, it was the 6M of Jeff Jones bringing it home and into Platinum Collision victory lane. And, of course, in the Everclear Auto Glass USRA Limited Modifieds, it was Cody Smith in the 25C bringing it home into the top slot after spinning, going to the back, and then coming all the way back up to the front. So that does it for a great week of racing action here at Devil's Bowl Speedway. We'll be back in action next week with the weekly championship racing series.